We're here to summon and test out Cordelia, and I am so excited. This unit looks pretty amazing for some very specific things, and I want to try her out. But let's just jump right in. Now, first off, I have a question from Squadala, and the reason I'm asking this first is because we're going to do this unit here. And he asks, with the new 4-star special arena giveaway, what unit do you want most from the pool, and what color are you going to summon for? Well, now, let's get into that. I am summoning for colorless, and I am specifically going for Valoria. This is the second time! Oh, so my secondary color is red because I like a lot of the fodder. Anyway, green's good. Green's good. We'll do green. That's too much fun. And we get female Kana. What's with these folks and not wearing shoes? All right, so we got another female Kana. Not exactly my first choice, but that's okay. We've got a long way to go with these summons. Thank you, Squadala. Someday we'll get our Valoria. She's never come home, ever. It feels like a while. I just got my first, like, OG Azura. I think it was a year and a half ago. I mean, I don't summon quite as much as it looks like. Probably because I go for very specific things. There's a lot of folks who like kind of a general pull. Like when they're doing these, they'll do full circles and all that stuff. Ilger. Hello. Got an excellent refine. All right. Who's next? We have Tactique. Oh, shoot. I don't remember. Oh, green, of course. BK. Gotta go BK. Okay. Tactique. Has doing YouTube content creation changed your life in any way? Wow. Boy. I mean, listen. I always have obsessive hobbies. It's just the way I roll, I guess. I get way too into things, and yeah. So this is not unheard of for me to start a game and then, go so far into it that I have to start creating things for it. But as far as changing my life, I always love meeting people in these different communities, and that is the thing that I kind of take with me through each little hobby obsession that I have. And I have met such wonderful people. My fellow FEHtubers are just all amazing, and you guys in the comments and in the Discord, and yeah, I mean it's good times. I appreciate getting to know everybody. I probably should have talked about my goals here. Obviously, that's to get at least one Cordelia. All I need is one. We can't go beyond that. I might be tempted just a little bit, but if you guys remember, my goal is for... Oh, yes, blues. My goal is to get Ninian and Sather at the end of the month. So that's coming very quickly. Hello, Noe. But anyway, thank you for the question. Tactique, which I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Claire. Let's see if this next question can bring us some luck. This is from FJ in the server. He is one of our scripters. And this is, IS has been focusing on using more stats than just speed to trigger in-combat effects on units. Since Res now has damage reduction and Vantage and Defense has irreducible DR, what effects would you like to see being tied to which stats for units? Whew, that's a mouthful, FJ. I want to see the boost skills have a tier 4 version that is actually relevant. So if you think of water boost or earth boost, where if you had more HP than the unit, then you would get some sort of effect. Defense res, not an effect, but skills. I think it would be fun to see if you have more HP, you get, and I don't know. I mean, there are so many things. You have more HP. I guess a tier 4 skill would be like probably healing in there. What else would they give us? Like they could start doing weird effects like the whole Desperation Vantage thing. That would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? But we'd kind of want to see something different, right? We've seen Vantage and Desperation just recently. No follow-up is one. We could start doing tempo, which would be interesting, because you could have tempo that's actually inheritable to more units. But yeah, I'd like to see HP as a condition. Mainly just, to see Arden just destroy things. Good times, good times. All right. Ooh, 3 blues. All right. Oh no, and this is this is a question from Husky. How do you pronounce Sharena? And I'm paraphrasing there, but he's asking it if I pronounce it the same way as arena, and it's not Sharena, it's Sharena, which I'm pretty sure that's the way they pronounce it in the in all of the videos, right? Right? Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Let me know. Did I get that wrong? But I'm fairly certain it's Sharena. But that's always the way I've pronounced it. Now, I know Husky, and generally if he asks this question, then he already knows the answer and wants to comment that I'm wrong. So, Husky's an amazing member of our Discord and a moderator, and if you see him, make sure to say hi. Hey, a Dorcas! Well, hello! Well, we're getting some fun 4-star specials. I like both Ilger and Dorcas. Let's see what else we have here. And we are flying through these questions today, and we are flying through these blue orbs, and nothing's coming. All right, Lucas. I just need one of you. Just one of you needs to be Cordelia. You think you can make that happen? No. Toilet bowl night. All right. Oh man. This is from Penrost. In honor of Fire Emblem Engage, what's your favorite flavor of Pepsi? I am not actually a soda drinker. I gave it up, I don't know, a while ago. It's been years. I'll have about one a year. But I usually drink Coke. When I was more a fan of a Coke. I always thought that Pepsi was sweeter, but Coke had more carbonation, and I am all about the carbonation. So that's as far as the flavors of Pepsi. I mean, I kind of like the original. The extra syrup, which is funny because I mean that's all that is syrup anyway. But the extra syrup just kind of cluttered the flavors. God, man. This is just how it's gonna go, huh? Double check, make sure. All right. Hello, Orochi. Well, summoners were 23 through. It's okay. The thing about these is all I need is one Cordelia, and that makes this a success. Like, that's it. So that's a good thing. Oh? Hello, Morgan. Lots of 4-star specials. And I mean, bring them on. These are fun units to get. All right, who do we have next? Smoke? Could it be? No. I got my hopes up for just a second there. Oh man. Okay. This is a question. All right. You're summoning on an empty. This is from Shepard. You're summoning on an empty stomach, and it goes terribly. What's your go-to meal that'll not only satiate the hunger, but make you feel better about bad gacha luck? Hello, Farina. I love your fodder. Step into my barracks. You won't be there for long. Attack speed catch coming my way. I actually need that for something. Okay. Shepard. Man. So I am more of a fan of drinking my calories. Like, I'll take that over eating every day. I always get confused by her new art. I'm used to her old art so much. Now she's just a big teacup. So I mean, comfort food is really Starbucks. Hello, Altana. Which I know is not a very exciting thing, but even at night, I like tea. I've got a nice elderberry and echinacea tea that I'm drinking right now. But yeah, I love drinking my calories. I'm not very good at eating them. I will say though, there is one thing that is definitely a bit of a comfort food for me, and that is popcorn. I know. I'm a sophisticated individual. I love popcorn. And I mean, not the microwave stuff. No. Like, I've got to stove pop it. Is that my first Erica? I think it is. Can you guys believe this is my first Erica? And she's minus attack. Well, she's the best IVs I have. But wow! I don't even, what fodder do you have? I won't fodder her. I won't. I swear to God. But yeah, that's kind of cool. All right, first Erica, guys. That completely kills my pity rate, but Erica! I'm not disappointed because I really wanted a +1 Cordy. Not at all. Come on. You gotta be thankful for what you get. Whew. All right, Shepard, thank you for the question, and now I'm hungry for popcorn. All right. Well, Smoke, come on, you can do it. No. Hello, Claire. We love you too. I don't want to bash the poor 4 stars here. But it would be nice to get a focus unit before we hit the spark. Oh, summoners. I have heard so much talk about this unit and who's better between her and Cordelia. Cordelia and Katria. So Katria versus Cordelia. And the thing is, they're different units. That very subtle condition between the 2 spaces and 1 spaces and the 1 unit versus 2 really changes use case quite a bit. I do think there's overlap. I've been hearing that Bridal Katria is better for ARD, but most Katria balls, you have units like the way the overlap works, you usually have 2 ranged nukes, and because of that, you stay within the range of your other units. But that's something we talked about on the reaction. I think with ranged units, for the most part, you aren't going to see just a whole lot of difference. And that includes summoner duels. The difference is really when you talk about Catria balls and melee. So that's... I guess the thing there is I'm not a huge user of melee units. Normally they're just holding the line. So there are some exceptions, and I've really been thinking hard about the Brave Seliph archetype. Hello, I think you're my first one. You are! With speed. Nice. What have we got? 3 left? Well, if I was going for Dorothea, that would be excellent. All right. But I think they're closer than people think. I've heard big arguments back and forth. It depends a lot on what type of units you use. Because I use a lot of ranged units, there isn't a whole lot of difference. What I want to see is with the Brave Seliph type conga lines in summoner duels, and that's where I think she gets really interesting. And those are some of my favorite strategies. So that's where I really want to see her and how she does. We'll be playing with some of that. I don't know if I have time to go over that today because I am short on time. My wife and I are celebrating our anniversary today, so she is very kind to let me sneak up early in this morning and do the summoning session. But she's pretty amazing. All right, I have one last question here from Uluvar. Okay, so this is first ever +10 unit. Don't think I've ever heard you talk about it. And theirs was Reinhardt. My first ever unit at +10, I believe, was Noe. In fact, I'm pretty sure about that. And hey, you brought me a spark. But I absolutely loved my Noe. I used her for years and got all the way up through... Hello. Man. Oh, we got the golden apple and everything. Are you decorating the tree you're about to hit people with? That's fantastic. All right. We'll go just a little further. We'll carry through this question. So anyway, I used Noe all the way up through Thracia in Aether Raids, and Thracia kind of killed her in Astra season, but I continued to use her in Light. The problem was I had given her null counter disrupt. Like that was my big thing. And so she just absolutely destroyed things, and I made some pretty wicked teams with her on there. And then we get to Thracia, things fell way off, and I was very sad to stop using her. And I know folks have been using her more lately with some different things. I haven't been able to work her back in, which is kind of sad. I probably should give her Arcane Grima or some such thing. But anyway, so that was my first. My second was Roy. And if you've ever heard me talk about how much I hate Roy, that's why. I'm still so bitter. At that point in the game, like, I think you could earn up with feathers a +10 unit in 6 months. So if you had all the copies, then you could get enough feathers through all of your other things to every 6 months to get 1 +10 out of that pool. And so, I mean, that's a lot. Like that is That is some currency there. So I get him all done. And I mean, he's got dragon effectiveness and all of that great stuff. And I thought he was going to be amazing. And I found out that balanced stat lines mean that you're just not very good at most things. And so, yeah, Summoners, it was bad. I was fairly disappointed. I'm still mad at Roy to this day, like as if it's his fault that the IS made him balanced. But yeah, that's every time I see Roy in my barracks, I'm like, I'm just gonna send him home. He's a source of pain. Why would I leave him there? And I just can't do it because it's a waste of resources. So, what do you do? Definitely red here. Although, okay. Listen. Dancer Dorothea sounds fantastic, but what I really want is not her. I want Cordy. Come on. No, they're not gonna give me that +1. I need stats, dang it. All right, I was just gonna go up until the next 5-star because I figured that might be quick. Because we haven't gotten a focus unit yet. Man, this is turning out almost exactly like Oblivion summons. I don't know if you watched him, but it's yes. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. Summoning session salvaged. All good. Plus HP minus attack. Yeah, okay. Summoners. We're gonna break there and I will return. All right, we're back. I don't have a whole lot of time to go over this, but I wanted to talk about some of the neat things you can do. So we've got a setup here. This is a pretty typical for what you're gonna see, just an Embla Catria ball as we're seeing in Light Season. Just a ton of these things in different sorts of configurations. But the big thing is they leave that spot open. The reason folks do this map is because of the two structures here. Kind of make it to where you have to approach from a certain direction. But it comes at the cost of that open space that is a defense tile. And in this case, it can be a little bit detrimental. So let's jump into this. Essentially what I've got on Cordelia is just SD near trace, which is something I was going to give her anyway. But then we've got Selef, who actually struggles against Edelgard. And I mean, Edelgard's just a monster. And we've got deflect melee on her. This is the premier near savior. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is the build. We've done tons of sims. This is what you're going up against. Now, the thing we're going to do here, we're going to swipe up with Cordelia, and then we're just going to slide forward. So even if that was the trap, we've still got her her movement shenanigan things. Now, you guys can probably point out 1,000,001 different things that I'm not doing completely correct here, so just know that this is a quick demonstration. Come across here. We're almost there, but not quite. So we're going to add just a little bit of help, and then we get it. Keep in mind that is not from the buffs because of close defense. That's from the drives. And you notice the nice thing there is that does knock us down into Wings of Mercy range. That is not a fluke. Like, that is something that can very easily happen. Just know that. We're gonna slide over here. Now, because I did draw back, this is gonna have to be a little different where we come across, dance, and see, we should be able to do that and that. And they're frozen in space. So that's your one free unit and your initiation. Oh, it would have been frozen in space if I hadn't have had that bolt tower right there. So you'll have to excuse the bolt tower, but you can kind of see how that works. That's really funny. I never put the bolt tower there, so I didn't even think about it. Normally I put my fence over in this corner here so that very thing doesn't happen. We'll go over it real quick one more time, just for funsies. And I haven't really gone over what comes after that, so just keep that in mind. But know that there are a lot of fun things you can do. So, good times had by all. You're there. You're there. Barely get it. Lovely times. All right. And then they should be frozen this time. But you can see we're really nicely set up from here. And we aren't going to go all the way through this because, good Lord, that could take forever.
My warmest greetings.
Do we take down? No, we're gonna need some serious help to do that. But you can see as this goes, and I've got Blade Session on there that probably needs to be an accelerated special. I also could have placed Asker a little better so that we get cooldown from there. Understand, I'm really just showing an intro and what Cordelia can do. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, there's been a big debate over who's better, Cordelia or Catria on defense, and effectively you're not really gonna see too much of a difference. I've been over this just a few times, and I'm not convinced that there is too much going on that is going to help or hurt you any differently. And I mean, you guys have seen this a million times, right? She kills. Shocker. Stays in place and kills again. And the thing is that formation there and the fact that I'm using ranged nukes, which most people are. If you talk about melee nukes, it's a little different. The place where this is really going to come in and change things is on the later turns for the teams that cross all the way over into this corner. Like I said, you're going to get extended to a point where you're not going to be near a unit. Now, in my experience, you also don't get the bridal Catria thing as well. Like that triangle attack doesn't happen either. So keep that in mind. Summoners, I think this is a really good unit. The thing that I like most about this unit though is the versatility. So bridal Catria does not work as well in those GALEFORCE teams. She just doesn't. It's just not. Having two units close by is very restrictive. I've heard a lot of people say that the one unit adjacent is going to be restrictive, and I'm not seeing it. Now know that if we talk about summoner duels, it's a very different situation there. And the problem is most people are thinking about Dark Pasta, which if you... Dark Pasta is a player named Dark, who is just amazing. Has... Let's see, it's Halloween Myrrh and Dogger, and I think he has Duo Thor in there, and Bridal Catria, and it's and Crom. Duo Crom is a big part of it. And the thing that is the big strategy is that they kind of sit and wait until they can outposition you. And in that kind of a thing, it can be very nice to have the two spaces as opposed to one. But again, if you're thinking of the Dogger lines, the Conga lines, I think Dual Strike's going to be much better. And those are becoming more popular because you have units like Embla who can shut off all of your fun things. The other thing that I really think, I don't know, a late game, like when a game goes on for a long time, be it Aether Raids or whatever, a lot of times you have a battle of attrition, and you lose the number of units required to do the Bridal Catria shenanigans. And that's something where Dual Strike shines as well. So the reason that I think that Cordelia is better than Bridal Catria is because of the versatility. I think you're going to be able to use her in more places, and versatility is key when I'm investing in a unit. Which, I mean, keep in mind, you already were able to use Bridal Catria in so many places. I'm not saying your Bridal Catria investment is negated at all. If anything, Bridal Catria has become more valuable as time has gone on, and I think this unit is going to be the same thing, but better. Just because there are more ways that you can use this unit. The GALEFORCE thing is huge, and the special acceleration in the weapon is absolutely huge. It is stupendous. So keep that in mind. Remember when you're making your Selef that you do need special acceleration on there, unlike what I did. So do better than me. Summoners, if you're interested in what else is going on in the meta, definitely check out the meta report. I am just stupid excited to get to dig into this unit, and we're about to have Summoner Duels S, so take care and schedule an appointment with your FEHologist real soon.